At the tone, the time will be 8:28. I'm being silly. It's Sunday morning, March 29th. My company stayed late until way after dark, so I didn't film anything else. They said he thought I had company, but they promised to return my flashlight I loaned them the night before so they could get home because they got coyotes up there. And maybe a bear. And they, she said, no, she's filming a YouTube video. She knew. And she was right. So they're not ready to be on camera yet, but they want to do their own YouTube channel. And it's kind of cute because we talked on the porch for a long time. And they were like, I'm going to show you some of the road and the property from inside the vehicle while I talk for a second about them. I asked him, are you comfortable when you go in a bank or in the grocery store and they're filming you? He said, yeah, that don't bother him. I said, but you don't want to be on a video. And he's like, no, because he don't even like his picture taken. But I'm like, there's something wrong here, because, see, they're taking your picture all the time, and it doesn't bother you. But when you could do it and maybe make, ad revenue 3 years from now, you don't want to be in a picture. I said, now you're going to finally get paid for it, but you're afraid to have your picture taken to make money, but you don't care if they do it for free and you don't get nothing? I said, we got to rethink this. I think he just has to get comfortable seeing himself. I think he's not used to seeing himself on video. So he'll get comfortable with it. I told him, we could shoot some video. He can look at it. He can see what he looks like while it's being filmed. And, I don't have to use it. Like, we can delete it. That way he gets comfortable with the idea of it. I think after a few videos, most people who have video channels, YouTube channels, were uncomfortable at first about being on their own videos. So I figure he'll get used to it, and then he's going to be all game, and so will she. And they had the cutest YouTube video they showed me yesterday. Oh my gosh, their little dog was mad at a bigger dog, and it was barking at it, but it didn't sound like a dog. It sounded only like a chicken. It sounded like a mad chicken. It was so funny. All I did was laugh the whole time I was listening to it. And that was her fourth video, and they got another video they're probably going to do, which I think is almost really unique to YouTube, because this little girl, she doesn't have a lot of experience with like the regular world. I mean, the first time she like went out and walked on a sidewalk in a city, she was 22 years old. But this same little girl is pulling her well, and it's not the first time that she's pulled a 450-foot well. Or maybe it's deeper than that. I forget what she said, but they need a rope that'll hold 450 pounds stress, so I couldn't loan them the rope I had. And somebody else that was supposed to loan them rope decided they're not going to do that. They worked them really hard and then didn't pay them. And they want them to do like a 10 tons of work. I mean, and I don't think those people are going to ever pay them at all. And I'm really kind of upset about that. So I fed them yesterday twice, and nothing big, just, little sandwiches and some cookies and drinks and things all day. And we just sat and chatted and had a nice day of it. Took a day off and rested. And they were eager to come back, but not till like after 1 to do any work here. And I'm kind of not really even sure what to put them to work on that it's worth me to pay somebody, because I really can't afford much, and I need to keep them working if I'm going to be paying them. And sitting around talking, I can't pay them to sit and talk. I did send them home with a little bit of money anyway, just because they walk pretty far to get here. It's a good walk. So anyways, this is the road leading into my property. And I don't know what the house is. Oh, that's the coffee cup. I'm looking in the viewfinder. Okay, so there's the road in. This is the front yard. I've already been doing work. There's the trailer. You can see it actually on Zillow. The same shots probably I'm showing you. And then there's another little bitty trailer, pull-along trailer. Everything is trash, just be sure of that. I knew that before I ever came to look at it. And you can sort of see the driveway. If you'll notice, though, I'm parked in the road. The part of the driveway you can't see on this view is, and I'm going to show you my bedding. This is where I've been sleeping, in the front seat of this truck. I've been parked at the edge of my driveway and the road, just enough to let vehicles pass. There's my refrigerator. Half of it, because I got another one too. There's the refrigerator, the sun hat, chair cushions for the milk crates to work, sit on them while I'm working, because they're lightweight and better able to handle mud. I bought those. Oh, you probably can't really see them, but if you could, let me see if I can get a close-up. Up in front of that little trailer. There we go. Are a bunch of patio squares. I bought about a ton of them. I caught them on sale for $1 a piece. They were like $1.40 something at Walmart, $1.58 at Lowe's. But when Lowe's looked them up for me, they were on sale for $1 a piece. And I bought, I think, 228 of them. And then with tax, it was around $2.50. And then I paid these two guys to use their truck to haul back the majority of them. I brought back the original 28 because I wanted to test my truck. I have so much weight in this truck already with toolboxes and packed full of stuff, which I've emptied a lot of it out already. But I don't know where dry to put things. It's my problem. If we have to shelter in place, I've got a couple of tents. I went and bought one that's like 12 feet by 60 or something. I don't know, man. It's big, and there's probably nowhere I can set it up and have this road graded. I got a lot of work to do that's coming in, and I haven't shown up yet. Wednesday, I got a porta potty being dropped off. Too funny is an hour later, I figured out it was April Fool's Day. And I'm just hoping I got this driveway so they can turn around after they get here. Otherwise, if I don't have the driveway drained and they can't turn around, they're going to be really pissed. And I'm probably not going to get the porta potty for $109 a month, and I have to drop a $100 security deposit because I didn't have a credit card. Ugh. Let's get out. I think I still got my headlights and crap on. Well, guys. Oh, the mud boots. I bought the mud boots within an hour of paying for the property. Let's see, I told you I saw it online on the 7th. Saw it at 6:30 at night. Just the first window of that mobile home up there. Saw that in the window. Drove an hour to Maryville. Put my feet on the real estate office property. Went to a hotel. Stayed in a sleazy hotel recommended by the ambulance service that was a block and a half from the motel. Block and a half from the real estate office. They told me how to find it. They walked me to the corner and pointed at the real estate office for me. I was right there. I wasn't bad lost. Just couldn't find that little bitty streets. Because in Maryville, each street corner intersection, instead of it being 2 streets, it's 4. Yeah, and there aren't always signs to tell you so, is their description of it. But yeah, the ambulance attendant said they kind of do a little nookie with some of the nurses, and they use that motel, so they told me how much it cost, and I went there and stayed. And when I went back a week later to sign my deed, I also used that same motel again, and got online for a while. They had Wi-Fi. But, okay, so I said, I found it online on Saturday, went and looked at it Sunday night, drove to Maryville, and on Monday morning, I went in the real estate office. She made a phone call while I was getting a bottle of water or something, and when I came back, she said that the woman who was selling the property had accepted my offer, and we went to the bank together. We found a local branch of my bank called Regions, and I got a cashier's check for $34,000. Well, actually around $35,000, because I paid for title search, because we also called the title search company before we went to the bank, and a title insurance to protect me from any misdeeds on the part of the owner, any liabilities, judgments, claims, any secondary owners we might not know about, just anything like that. It gives me protection to get my money back should there be something shady in the deal unknown that doesn't come up during the title search. So that gives me like 1 year's protection. So I'm starting to laugh because actually the woman actually showed up to the deed a week later, and which would be last Friday, whenever last Friday was, the 20th, It took me till the 20th to get the deed in my hands. But she actually showed up with no ID to sign papers, and then kind of didn't seem to want to sign them. It was kind of like, oh, I didn't have to sign when I sold my other house. And this is why you get title insurance, and, you know, it's for just situations like this is exactly why you purchase title insurance, to protect you from a BS sale. There is a bird living in this birdhouse here. Oh, you can see it through my window. Let's get out. I got coffee, whatever. It's been raining. We had a severe thunderstorm. They said it would dent siding and vehicles and down trees, 60-mile-an-hour winds for an hour. I'm going to cut you off here for a minute.